What is good, everyone? Welcome to the PWD channel where we discuss professional wrestling. In today's video, I'm covering the 4/21/2023 episode of Friday Night SmackDown. And what a weird episode this was, because it really was like just pure wrestling from start to finish. This is very odd for WWE. You don't really ever get this. There's a lot of promos. There's a lot of like storyline stuff going on. In this show, there was none of that. Like, it was just back to back to back, match after match after match. There was only like one filler thing that I could guess call filler, where they showed kind of like the highlights from Sami Zayn and the Usos, or Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos at WrestleMania for the titles. I don't know why they showed that again. It's already been like a month since that, or not a month. It's been like 3 weeks, but it's been a while since then. I think they just did that to fill for time before the main event. But this show was just filled with wrestling. It was literally, again, start to finish, a wrestling show. There's nothing much more to it. There was a title match. There was a good main event. And yeah, let me just talk about the show. This shouldn't be a long episode at all, because it was just a good wrestling show from start to finish. And you don't really get that with WWE. You always get something crazy. I don't think there was a single in-ring promo tonight, which I literally cannot tell you the last time that has happened on a WWE show. Not one single in-ring promo. I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, again, I don't think there was a single in-ring promo. But anyways, the main event was the Bloodline, well, not the Bloodline, but Solo Sikoa versus Matt Riddle in a no disqualification match. Solo Sikoa won with distraction from the Usos. Same old formula that they've been doing for the longest now. Honestly, I know a lot of people are sick of this formula, so am I. I'm not happy about the way this match ended. It was a really good match up until the end. Usos came in. It was a no disqualification match, so there was a lot of weapons being used. Usos came in and jumped on Riddle. Of course, since it's no DQ, nothing could be done about that. No disqualification at all. And Solo wins off of them jumping Matt Riddle. And yeah, I mean, it was moderately fine. Like, it was a good match, but that ending just kind of killed it. And I mean, outside of that, like I said, there was nothing else to really talk about on the show. Again, it was just a good wrestling show. If you wanted to watch wrestling on Friday night, this was the show to watch, because there is just straight up wrestling. Like, there were, again, from start to finish, nothing but wrestling. No promos, none of that stuff. Just a good wrestling show. Some of the other shows that we had on this match was LWO versus Judgment Day. It was like Santos and Rey Mysterio, or Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio versus Damian Priest and Finn Balor. A decent match. Judgment Day ended up winning. Braun Strowman versus the Viking Raiders. That was a good match, as always. These guys always have good matches together. Strowman and Ricochet won, which I was a little bit surprised by, but also happy at the same time. The tag team champions, Liv and Raquel, took on Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville for the tag team titles. I think it was. Yeah, that was. If I'm not mistaken, that was for the titles. So yeah, it was. So that means that there was 2 title matches tonight. This was like a pay-per-view, a little bit of a pay-per-view, but with commercials in between the matches, of course. But still, a little bit of a pay-per-view. That match was. It was okay. It was okay. Liv and Raquel actually cheated to win, which I found really interesting. So throughout the night, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville kept putting their foot on the ropes and just doing a bunch of heel tactics in order to try and win the match and get the titles. But it turned out that after all of that, it turned out that Liv ended up being the one cheating. Liv threw water behind the ref's back. Liv poured a bunch of water in Chelsea Green's face, rolled her up with the pin, and while she was hitting the pin, Raquel actually came from behind and leveraged herself onto Liv Morgan or something like that. I forgot what she did. She was like holding the ropes and leveraging herself onto Liv Morgan for the W. She cheated. They cheated to win, but I mean, I guess nobody really cared. It was a funny little spot. Just interesting to see the baby faces cheat for once, but still, good match. I guess they just got their comeuppance because the heels were trying to cheat all night. So not a good match, I would say. It was okay. It was fine. It was just there. We also had Xavier Woods versus Gunther for the IC title. This was also a pretty decent match. I had hoped it went longer. They started the match like at 3:19 or something like that, or not 3:19. Sorry, 8:19 p.m. The show ends at 9, so I was hoping they would go a lot longer than they did. Honestly, they probably should have, but for whatever reason, they decided to play that Usos and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens promo from WrestleMania. Not sure why again. I just felt like they could have let this match go longer, but nonetheless, this match was still good, or it was great, to be honest. Gunther ended up winning with the sleeper hold. Surprisingly, he just straight up put Woods to sleep. Gunther has many ways to win, and this is one of them for sure. And yeah, Woods definitely didn't. He brought the fight to Gunther, but he definitely didn't do a lot. I thought they were going to do a lot more with this match and really make Woods seem like a credible competitor, but unfortunately, like I said, they didn't really do that. Woods got beat up quite a lot, and this match didn't go that long. I thought, like I said, it could have got a lot longer. Didn't go long enough in my opinion, but still a great match overall, and nice to see Gunther retain. I'm so happy to see him retain. I don't know how long he's going to be champion, but either way, I'm happy that he is champion, and I'm hoping that they continue to go with Gunther as IC title or IC champion for a very, very, very long time, because He's fantastic, great wrestler, and I love him so much. So yeah, that's the end of the show. Again, there wasn't really any storyline stuff that went on tonight. Tonight was just start to finish. It was like a pay-per-view, but with commercials. That's pretty much it. It was cool, nice to see. WWE never does this, and I think it was just a little bit of like a filler episode before we get to the draft. I think next week is the draft, so I'm excited for the draft. Let me know down in the comments below if you're excited for the draft. Let me know who you would like to see go where. Which superstars would you like to see on which show? And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video there. I guess I'll review the show like a 3.5 out of 5. It was good. Could have been better. A lot of the matches could have been a little bit better in my opinion, but still, it was still a fun show and still good. I'll give it a solid 3.5 out of 5. I'm excited to see what Raw is going to be like. Now that we've gotten this out of SmackDown, I really wonder what Raw is going to be like. I guess there's like no feuds going on SmackDown at the moment, whereas Raw has Cody versus Brock. But honestly, in WWE as a whole, there's not really that many important feuds going on right now. I think we're waiting for the draft before everything starts going in full gear again. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love you all. Peace.